Yeah, what I want to do is put that sandblast cabinet right here where that yellow cabinet is. So the first step is to move the shelf down here. Hey, I got the shelf moved down. That'll give it a little bit more room. So the next step is to cut this airline and put a T in it and a valve in there. Yeah, I'm using this pink Teflon tape. If you use the regular white stuff, it will leak. Hey, so I got the valve on it and I got it ran around right to here. Tomorrow I got to move the sandblast cabinet in here and then figure out where it needs to come out at. It's going to have to come out way over here and then go down a little bit. Okay, I got the sandblast cabinet in where I wanted. And what I did on this pipe is I took a 1/2-inch conduit bender and bent the pipe a little bit to get the union away from the wall. Yeah, I also had to take and put the one shelf bracket in upside down to make all its work so the door opens. Okay, what I'm going to do is the main panel has 1/0 wire going into it, which is good for 135 amps. And the wire I ran to that other garage is 1/0. And the wire that runs to the sub panel that's on the house is only 2 gauge, which is only good for 100 amps. So I'm going to replace that with a 1/0 wire. Then I can put a 125 amp circuit breaker in there and get a little bit more out of it. And I'm also going to tear down these shelves and buy some that they sell at Lowe's. And it's not going to come all the way to the end. So I'm going to put another air compressor in back here. And the easy way to run these lines would be just to put a T in this line here. But I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to come off of this line. And I can't just run it straight across because it'll cover up the sheetrock on the back side of the main panel, and I don't want to do that. And the reason I'm going to come off of this line is it's going to hit 2 of these water traps before the sandblast cabinet, which would be much better. And I took one of the plug sockets out over here and I put that light switch in. That'll be to turn the air compressor on and off, and it only works the bottom plug socket, and it is a 20 amp switch. Yeah, Lowe's had these 1-pound rolls of solder on clearance for 50% off. It was cheaper than buying the half-pound rolls, so I bought the only 2 they had. And this is where the line's going to come out. And then again on this, I used a 1/2-inch EMT bender to bend that so the valve's not up against the wall. I still got to do the run. Okay, it's 1 o'clock in the morning and I got it finished. Yeah, when I finish the other garage, all this stuff won't be here, so I'll be able to walk over to that light switch real easy. Yeah, and anytime I solder up close to the wood like that, I got a squirt bottle that's full of water and I spray water on it after that to make sure it's not on fire. Okay, I got it all wired on this end. Yeah, it was stapled inside the wall there, so I had to take the sheetrock out again. Yeah, I got all the wire ran and it's all hooked up now. I just got to put that sheetrock back and a few little things. Okay, I got the shelves. I thought you could buy these shelves that were 6 feet long, but they're actually 77 inches. That won't leave enough room to put the air compressor down at the end. So what I'm going to have to do is shorten each one of these 5 inches. Then I can tear down these shelves. Now these shelves are terrible. It looks like a 2-year-old kid put that together. Yeah, and I've been cutting these pieces off with a bandsaw. Yeah, I got 2 more to do. Yeah, these $179 Home Depot shelves, I have $350 into it now. Yeah, I took all the metal wire shelves out and put plywood in there. I bolted plywood to the sides and the back so stuff can't fall off. And I think I'm also going to take and put angle iron up here and put 2 more shelves in. Yeah, I got one of the extra shelves in. I just made these brackets, and I welded this bolt to it, and it fits down over that. Yeah, I got the 2 extra shelves built and everything put back on it. Now it leaves that spot down there where the air compressor is going to go when I get it. Yeah, I got the hose made up for the air compressor, but I still don't have the air compressor. Ordered it from a company called Power Equipment Direct, a Quincy air compressor. When I got it, it was totally destroyed. They didn't even have it tied down on the pallet or nothing. And now this company's telling me they can't ship it to California without it being destroyed. So I'm trying to get one someplace else. Yeah, I got the door for the garage. Now I just got to figure out some way of cutting this piece of the foundation out. Yeah, so what I'm doing here is drilling a bunch of holes in the, to cut this foundation out, because I don't have a cutoff saw, and even if I did, I wouldn't be able to cut this off right at the floor. And then after that, I'll just grind these areas down. Yeah, and this bit was completely destroyed, so I just ordered a second one, but this time I ordered the shorter one. It only cost about half as much. And how I got all the holes started is I took a piece of wood, drilled a 3-inch hole in it, clamped it to the foundation, and got it all started. Yeah, I got 3 more holes to drill. Yeah, it takes a long time to go through the rebar. Yeah, this is the second time I broke this gear in this drill. It was $10 from eReplacementParts.com, and that includes the shipping. Yeah, I got all the holes drilled. This end over here has to be higher up to make this level. Yeah, I need to go buy some more grinding wheels. They also make those kind of grinding wheels that got the diamond cutters on it that might work better. Yeah, I got this all ground down, and it's all level and everything. There is a few spots where I drilled it not in the right angle, but that'll be covered up anyways. Yeah, it only took about 5 grinding wheels to do that. Yeah, this is the Redneck nail puller. It works pretty good. Yeah, I got the old door out. Now what I need to do is grind this part down to where it's flush with the 4x4 that's here in the wall. The trim, they just used 2x6s. Yeah, I got one of the sides ground out. This other side's going to take even longer. Okay, I just got the air compressor. This one's in good shape. The first one I ordered was a Quincy, but after looking into it, there's a Chicago pneumatic and a Bel Air compressor. It's exactly the same thing. All 3 of these companies are owned by a company called Atlas Copco, and this one was $76 cheaper. But the money I saved, I probably spent in gas going to Sacramento to get the first one, and Tracy to get this one. But at least it's not damaged like all the other ones. Yeah, this is the kind of drain valve it had in it. I don't like these kinds, so I usually put these 1/4-inch ball valves in everything. Makes it much easier to drain the water. Yeah, with both of these air compressors hooked up, I'll get a 21 CFM at 90 pounds out of it. And when I hook the other air compressor up in the other garage, I'll get 27 CFM out of it. Yeah, I got the air compressor in there. It just barely fit. Yeah, I got it all ground out. It only took 2 concrete core bits and 7 grinding wheels to do this. Yeah, I just put these pieces in here temporary so I could get the door in the right spot. And I also drew a line across the ground right here so I'll know how far to go over with the caulking. Yeah, I got it all in there. I also put a 2x4 at the top for the trim to go down to. Yeah, I got the trim done on the outside. And on the inside I'm going to leave it off because I'm going to rip all the sheetrock off to do the electrical. So now all I got to do is just the caulking and paint it. Yeah, as you can see, the threshold doesn't hit all the way against the ground. So I took and cut this piece of wood out that's going to go underneath it. Yeah, so with this piece in there, it makes it a lot stronger. Yeah, now I'm ready to paint all this and put the security door up. Okay, I got it all painted, but there's one small problem. Yeah, the door hits right there, and sometimes it's real windy here, and if that blows open, it's going to break something. So what I'm going to do is grind this off. Okay, now I got the foundation all ground out, so it'll clear. And when I get this all done, I'll put a piece of a 2x4 across the wall right where the doorknob hits. Yeah, the guy at Lowe's that rekeyed these put both doorknob locks in upside down, so you'd have to flip the key over between the deadbolt and the lock. I got the doorknob fixed now. It looks like the other one he did the same way, so I got to take this one apart. Okay, I got the security door. Yeah, this door here is a 30-inch door, which is kind of an odd size. The only security doors they make for it are real cheap ones. So I went with a 32-inch door, which it's not going to really matter. Because the trim's 2x6s, I can move it over a little bit. Yeah, I got it mounted up there. All these bolts I'm going to weld a little bit, so it doesn't matter what kind of bolts I put in there. Yeah, I'm also making this to where I can put a padlock on it. I just took some 3/8 round bar, clamped a 1/2-inch drive extension in the vise, and then heated it up and bent it around there. Okay, so I got this piece welded in here. Now I have to cut a slot out of the door to make that fit through. It's all welded on the inside too. Yeah, I got it all on there. Then tomorrow I'll touch up the paint. I also made a little reinforcement here where the lock goes through it. Yeah, I got all the paint touched up. Yeah, this door actually works better than the 3 that I replaced in the house. Okay, so I just got the gear, so now I can fix my drill. Okay, I got the drill fixed. Yeah, I don't think there's any more holes I need to drill. Yeah, I also put this kind of deadbolt in it. It's got a lock on both sides, so if somebody rips the screen out, they can't get their hand in there and open it. Okay, next I'm going to put bars over these windows. Yeah, and this window back here I'm just going to use rebar because I already have it and you'll never see it anyways. Normally I would never make anything out of it. Hey, I got half of the pieces on there. Yeah, the other pieces are going to have to be bent or it comes out on this outside. Then I'll just tack weld it together and I'll take the whole thing off and finish welding it and paint it. Okay, I got it all done. Yeah, tomorrow I'll put it back on. Yeah, I got this window done, and I took and welded all these bolts. The other window I'll go buy a 1/2-inch round bar to do that, but this one's back here where you can't see it at all anyways. Yeah, I just got the metal to make the bars for this window. First thing I'm going to do is put more screws in this trim to make it stronger. Then I'll mark where each piece is going to go. Hey, I got that much done. I got to go buy more lag bolts. And this piece, it's going to go over the air conditioner. It'll be separate, bolted on there. Yeah, I just started walking away from it and all of a sudden the window just started cracking. Okay, you can still hear it. Shit, now I got to take this back apart. Yeah, I got this much done. And there's going to be a separate piece that's going to bolt on here and go around the air conditioner so somebody can't just rip the air conditioning out of the window and get in. Looks like I'm building a jail. Hey, I got the whole thing put together. Now I need to take it off and finish welding it, paint it, and then paint some of the trim and then put it back on. Yeah, I got it all welded. Now I'm ready to paint the stuff. And I think I'll also paint around the trim. Okay, I got everything painted. And I've just been using this paint from O'Reilly's on all my projects. It seems to work pretty good. Yeah, I decided to go with plexiglass for the window because once those bars are up there, if it ever breaks again, it'd be real hard to replace. Tap Plastics has the best price on that. All the glass shops wanted 2.5 times as much. Yeah, I got the window in there. Yeah, now I'm ready to put these bars on. Yeah, I got it all on there. Now I just got to weld all the bolts a little bit and touch up the paint and it's finished. Yeah, I got it all welded. Now I just need to touch up the paint. And the easiest way to do that is just to spray some paint in the cap and then use a brush. Okay, I got it all done. Yeah, I don't think anybody will be able to break in and out. In the next video, I'm going to build a carport right here. Originally, I was going to put one of those metal carports here. But by doing it this way, I can come off the side of the garage and I'll only have posts like on one side. So it'll give me more room. And it also won't have that bar running across the bottom, so I'll be able to roll stuff through here. And I'll overlap the roof a little bit so that I can walk out here when it's raining. And I'm also going to replace this door with a roll-up door like a shop has.